Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Angel's Life. I hope everyone's doing great today. Now, if you look off to the side, you're going to be able to see views of Lake Michigan. We are getting ready to enter in the city of Gladstone, Michigan, which is located 9 miles north of Escanaba, Michigan, which I will be doing that video later, so stay tuned. The population here is 5,257 people, up from 4,973 people.
In a quarter mile,
and as of the 2020 census, this city experienced a 5.7% population growth. Gladstone was settled in 1877 under the name Minneska and Ojibwe, word meaning white water. The name was then changed to Gladstone in honor of British Premier William Ewart Gladstone. During the 1860s to the 1870s, Gladstone became a shipping point for lumber, coal, copper, and iron ore. Gladstone was incorporated as a village in 1887 and as a city in 1889. And by the way, I did do a video of the park in this city. I did that video, I want to say about a month or so ago when I was up here. And I did the video at Van Cleve Park. So for those of you that have been watching me for at least the last month, you might remember that video. I forgot what I was discussing on that video, but I did a video at this park here, the park I'm getting ready to turn into. So as far as things to do, obviously you can come here and hang out at Van Cleve Park. They do have a walking trail here. They do have a walking trail here. You can also go to Gladstone Golf Course as well as their sports park. And also at this park, the park I'm at right now, Van Cleve Park, if you want to, you can rent a kayak and go kayaking if you want. I was going to do that when I was up here, but unfortunately they didn't have a kayak big enough for me, so I was out of luck. They also have the Days River Trail, which you can hike or you can ride your bicycle. And during the winter time, when they get that 200 inches of snow up here, they use that trail for cross-country skiing, for those of you that are into winter sports. And the two largest racial groups up here are going to be 91.8% white and 1.3% Native American. If you're looking at moving up here, fortunately, crime is fairly low. And by the way, later on in the video, I will be driving through the actual neighborhood of the city, so you will get to see that. I thought I'll just take you around the parks. That way you can get a little bit of footage of the lake here. So anyways, crime here in Gladstone is fairly low. The chances of you being a victim of any crime is only going to be 8 per 1,000 people. As far as it goes for violent crimes here, the violent crimes here are fairly low. Out of 1,000 people, only 2.7 people are most likely to become a victim. And the most common type of violent crimes that happen here will be hard R and assaults. Property crime is also low. For every 1,000 people, only 5.5 people will most likely become a victim. And the most common property crime is going to be theft. If you're looking to live here, your median rent prices are going to be $610 to $1,380 a month. If you're looking to own a home, the housing market is fairly busy. You're not going to be able to find anything available for under $275,000. Now, however, for that price, the majority of the houses that are for sale up here right now are going to come with acreage. So just bear that in mind. And now we're going to, in a minute here, we're going to go into some of the residentials. That way you get to see what the residentials of the city look like. And before I read off what other people think about this city, I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents about the city. Now, for those of you that know me, at least know me in a sense of being a content creator, you guys know that I'm not a fan of super cold weather. So obviously, even if I had a crap load of money, and I wanted to live up here during the summer, I definitely would have to have a second home in another place where it's a lot warmer. So with that being said, if you can stand, now for those of you that are looking for a place to live full-time all year round, you do not want to maintain a second house, or you don't have the money to maintain 2 houses, so you're looking for Gladstone to be your primary residence. Obviously, if you can withstand, I would say, at least 8 months of colder weather out of the year with a crap load of snow, as I've discussed on the video that I made yesterday, just giving you guys general information about the Michigan UP, then I would say this would be a nice little city for you to live. You can buy yourself a house, and many of the houses that are currently for sale do sit on some acreage. So if you want to have a little homestead, you can do that. I mean, I will say the downside of living up here is your growing season is going to be fairly limited because of the climate up here. But if that's not an issue, then I would say this would definitely be a decent place to check out. And whatever amenities you don't find here in Gladstone, all you gotta do is drive down the street on Route 2 in the Escanaba. And Escanaba will have most to all of your basic amenities. Like I said, I'll be doing that video later. Now, if you're looking at moving here and you got children or you got school-age kids, fortunately, the school system here appears to be fairly decent. The school system here scores a B+. So if you're looking at living here, you might freeze for over half the year, but at least your kids will get a good education. And now I'm going to jump over on Niche, and we're going to read over some reviews. Now, out of 23 reviews, well, based on 23 reviews, Gladstone scores a 3.5. No, it scores a 3.5 out of a 5-star rating. So if you're new to the channel and this is the first video that you've seen like this on my channel, because I've been doing other kind of videos on this channel and I'm going to still continue to do those kind of videos, but I'm going to also get back to the essence of what this channel was initially about, which is about me traveling around the country and doing videos like this. So I will be doing both kind of videos. But anyways, so for those of you that are new to the channel, I typically like to read reviews of what other people think about the cities that I tour. And typically I start with excellent ratings, which are the 5 stars, and I go all the way down to the terrible, which is the 1 star. And typically I read 2 to 3 reviews per category. So now that you know that, we're going to start with the excellent review. Give me 1 second here. Alright, the first 5-star review was written 7 months ago. It's a fairly recent review. Gladstone is the town that I have grown up in since I was a toddler. It's an amazing place to grow up with tons of outdoor activities all year round, including swimming, skiing, biking, etc. It's close to Escanaba, only a 15-minute drive, which is a slightly bigger town that most people go to for shopping, like I was explaining before. Okay, the next 5-star review was written June of 2023. Gladstone is perfectly in between a small town and a city, at least for the UP. Well, that's Upper Peninsula. That's it's Upper Peninsula. Sitting between Escanaba and Perkins sits a town with a beautiful beach, small businesses, and friendly neighbors. I'll read one more 5-star. The third 5-star was written January of 2020. I love the small town feel of Gladstone. It's located right outside of Escanaba, which is just close enough to make it so you're not too far away. Okay, now we're going to read 3 4-star reviews. Now the first one was written 6 days ago. Super recent. Gladstone is a little town with around 5,000 people. Most people here are very friendly and will help anyone. Also, being on Lake Michigan is nice for outdoor activities. One change needed is our area is more jobs. Our population is going down because younger people are moving away in search of jobs after college. And speaking of which, that's one thing was I forgot to mention on this video. If you're looking at moving to here in Gladstone, or even if you're looking at moving to Escanaba, which I will cover that video tomorrow. As I told you guys on the video that I made yesterday, when I was giving you guys general information about the UP, the economy in this region of Michigan is not going to be all that good. It's not going to be all that big. The majority of your employment opportunities are going to be in tourism, which typically means that the majority of the positions up here are not going to pay the most amount of money in the world. So if you're looking at moving here to Gladstone for an instance, if you can, bring a job with you. If you come up here and you need a job, I'm not going to say there's no jobs up here, because there probably are. What I will say is, A, it could be hard to find one, especially in this economy. And B, if you find one, you're probably not going to make a whole lot of money. So FYI. Okay, the second 4-star review was written March of 2021. I have lived in Gladstone for parts of my life. I would never want to leave. You have access to one of the Great Lakes and so many activities that go along with it. As a whole, the town needs to do more with what we have. We have a beautiful park, so much to offer, but it is not used as much as it could be. And I'll read one more 4-star. Now this one was written in October of 2016. I love living in Gladstone, close to town. I'm close to family and friends. We are not much into going out and partying, but if we decide to go out, we are close enough to where we can call a cab and drive us home or to where we need to go. Alrighty, I'm going to read a few 3-stars. The first 3-star was written November of 2017. Very nice small town, however, not a lot of fun activities to do. Community is generally clean and very nice. Parks for children. Beautiful waterfront beaches. Okay, the second 3-star was written December of 2015. Since we're getting into older reviews, I'm gonna read this one and then I'm gonna keep it pushing. Cause I don't like reading anything super old because a lot of times it may not be a reflection of what the area is today. Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. But I like to read reviews that are as current as possible. But we're gonna read this one though. From December of 2015. It's a very small town. There aren't a lot of businesses in town. And it seems that new ones that pop up don't last very long. It's along Lake Michigan, so the scenery is beautiful. If you want to do something, most of your options are outdoor activities. Most of the people are very friendly. Okay, I don't have any 2-star reviews, but I do have 4 1-stars. So we'll read maybe, I don't know, we'll read maybe 2 or 3 of them. The first, now all these are old as dirt. These reviews are from 10 years ago, but you know what? Just for the sake of reading reviews, we're gonna read a couple of them anyway. Now this first one was written in June of 2014. We have horrible winters and are snowed in much of the winter. Now the second 1-star review, again, written June of 2014. The nearest major airport is 3 hours away. We have an airport in our area, but it is very small and very expensive. Okay, we'll read, let's see. And one of the comments was something I've already said earlier. Now there is a person that commented on here talking about the lack of employment opportunities up here. I've already covered that, so I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to read one more review, which was written, again, it was written in June of 2014. 1 star. The justice system in this area is horrible. If you grow up here and are friends with the cops, you're going to get a slap on the wrist, no matter what you do. But if you aren't from here, they will throw the book at you and try to find anything they can to get you on. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure many of you can use your imagination. Alright folks, that's gonna do it for the commentary on this video. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. If you like what I do, you can give videos like this a thumbs up. I would love for you guys to stick around for the next 9 more minutes or so and watch the rest of the video. That way you get more footage of Gladstone. And on that note, I wish you guys a blessed rest of the day, and I will catch you guys on the next one.